Hey there everybody, welcome back to the Dan Cave and welcome back to another bench update. So this is the August bench update. August, yes, it's August. And we're going to have a look back on the happenings of July at the Dan Cave. So it'll all be the usual stuff, you know, the what's been built, what's been bought, what's in progress, future plans, that kind of stuff. Yeah, kind of what you should be used to seeing. So if you're not used to seeing it because you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Please drop a like as well, and feel free to leave a comment, of course. For anyone returning as well, of course, don't forget to like and comment should you wish. So yeah, so today is, when I'm recording this, it's Sunday the 7th of August, so I've just gotten back from the IPMS Avon model show, which is not too far up the road from me, in the Bristol area. So that's held in Thornbury, so just outside Bristol. So yeah, you know, quite a good show. Takes up what, 2 basketball court sizes, that kind of size of show. Plenty of traders, plenty of clubs, lots of stuff on display. And of course it was even better because I managed to bump into some fellow modelers, some fellow YouTube modelers as well. So got to meet the Chaplains, Sue and Paul. So that's Ice Queen and Plastic Monkey. Also Chris was with them as well. Chris Conabero streams with them as well on Sue's live streams. Luke Carswell from Black Rifle Model Works, former ISMer, was also there, so we had a bit of a chat, and Nigel from Nigel's modelling bench was there as well. So so I met Luke before. Everybody else I've not met in person before, so it's always nice to finally meet people. It's kind of strange. You get used to seeing people on screen. You've no concept of how they are in 3 dimensions, so it's always a little bit different when you catch people in reality as opposed to on the end of a screen. So yeah, so it was nice to meet up with those folks, a little bit of a chat, and then obviously we all did our wandering around the show and stuff, and bumped into each other a few times as we did various loops of what's on display and what was there for sale. So bought a few kits. 1, 2, 3, 4 kits. Was given one, which is another magazine review, and then a few supplies, kind of masking tape, a few bits and pieces because they're there and just a hand, so it's always handy to pick up some spares as well. So I'll try and cover that in a little bit more detail. I'll cover some of the show stuff in more detail next month. So I'll post some pictures in the bench update as well. I think we'll try and show some of it on the Friday night show next Friday as well, because Alan sent me a message and told me to get some pictures, so I did dutifully oblige and took some pictures. Can't guarantee the quality, but certainly most of the pictures kind of, were a few things that caught my eye in wandering around the show. So yeah, so that was today's activities, which of course is in August and not really part of the August bench, because the August bench review looks back at July, so should really kind of miss the cut off. So oh well, there we go. It's always nice to talk about what you've done today, which was that went to a model show. So there we go. So today we're going to cover the usual stuff. So the finished, which has been limited, the in progress, which is growing, started a few more kits, the what's been bought. I didn't think I bought anything in July, then had a quick look and realised, yeah, I did. I bought a few kits. And then the future thoughts, which, given the amount that's in progress, future thoughts should be fairly small, because I should be focusing on what I'm actually doing at the moment and get it done, and not starting more new kits. But you never know. So without further ado, let's pop on over to the bench and let's see what's been done and stuff. So I'll come back at the end for some final thoughts, but yeah, let's head on over. So yeah, there we go. Thank you for the intro, myself. Well done of you. Yeah, so what's been completed this month? Well, there's been a grand total of 1 kit completed, and even though the last bench review was only 3 weeks ago, it was none of the kits I had in progress. It was something completely different. So it was this. It's the Heller 24th scale Citroen Zara WRC. Yeah, so but no one expected that. Not really sure why I picked this back up again. I think we were having a chat about kits that had started, or what was the longest time between them, and I had one of those kind of startling recollections that I had started this at some point. So I dug out the box, had a look at it, and actually I had done most of the kind of bodywork prep, which on this kit quite a bit. There was a reasonable amount of filler, a lot of bad seam lines and stuff, particularly a few sink marks which were kind of annoying to get rid of. So I'd done most of the work, and I'd kind of cleaned up and prepped a lot of the other parts of the kit, so decided to come back and just literally chuck it together. I mean, it is possibly the simplest kit in the world. As you can see from the underside, there's literally nothing on the underside. It's completely curbside. The interior is very sparse, small few bits in there, that's about it. Roll cage is shockingly bad. Seats are awful, wheels are awful, overall bodywork is pretty terrible. And I kind of remembered why I started it but never finished it. It turned out one of my headlight lenses was missing. Not this one, it's actually this one, which has been replaced with a little bit of acetate trim to the right size, which has actually fogged a little bit from CA glue, but it kind of foots the bill a little bit. Doesn't stand out as obviously different from the other one, but not great. So this was primed in UMP white. Now it's red, so I would have preferred to do it in pink, but because the roof was white, UMP white primer was the choice for this. Then it was painted in Citroen Rouge Vallelunga from Gravity Spain, which is that paint. Which I still have plenty of that left. So actually the roof was done first, actually, so that was done in Zero Paint's Pure Brilliant White, roughly masked off, and then the rest of it painted in red. There's actually decals which go across the pillars. Yeah, decals applied, clear coat of Gravity Spain 2K, and then yeah, pretty much assembled and thrown together. Not the best kit, it doesn't sit particularly well. You can kind of see that wheel there kind of sticks out a bit. It doesn't quite sit in as far as it should. It's basically because the fittings on it are just basic and simple. But if you want a Zara 24th scale, this is pretty much the only choice. The Atalieri boxing is a reboxing of this kit, so this is your only choice. So I wanted one, hence I wanted a Zara in the collection, hence I bought it. But yeah, not the most inspiring kit, but it's nice to get something done, and literally took me 2 weeks to do it. So yeah, it's kind of motivated me, which is why I've gone and started a few other kits, which we'll cover in the next section. But yeah, it's yeah, clear coat's not perfect, quite a few dust spots. But you know, with a kit like this where it's not particularly inspiring, it doesn't necessarily inspire you to go the whole hog with it. Kind of put as much effort in as the kit itself deserves. So, but looks all right on the shelf. So yeah, reasonably happy with that one. So that's the only thing that's been completed. So Next up, let me move this back to its shelf. So next up is what's been bought. Yeah, sorry, brain fade there. So first two kits were bought from Mr. Bretland over at ISM as he was thinning out his stash. So of course, if you follow Paul, you know he's currently building the 12th scale model factory hero, Valencia Delta. So yeah, he was dispensing with his 24th scale ones. So I picked up this one and included a set of the SO scheme, which is a very nice scheme for this. So lovely kit. Weirdly didn't have one in the stash actually, so I built the Taglieri one, which is a Protar originally, before, which is not the Evo, it's the earlier Valencia Delta, and just never got around to picking one up, so kind of glad that I did now. So that was one from Mr. Bretland. Another one I picked up from Mr. B is this. So this is the 12th scale YZR M1 in the US Yamaha 50th anniversary scheme. So this is the Yamaha Speed Block colour scheme, which is probably one of my favourite schemes on a bike. Quite simple in a way, but I've always really liked it. So this is the Colin Edwards boxing that. But so yeah, so this is a Yamaha Moto GP bike, which yeah, kind of my precious now. Cartograph decals for that, which is always nice. Everything looks spot on in the kit, all in good condition. Yeah, very pleased to pick this one up. So another bike for a bike collection. Whoopity-doo. So another buddy out there who was another modelling buddy who was dispensing with some of his stash, had this one for sale, so managed to pick up this Aoshima McLaren F1. Well, that's very rustly plastic, but you know what, it's a McLaren F1. Been kind of wanting to get one of the race cars in the stash for a while. Missed out on a couple of various points on eBay and stuff like that. These will get re-released at some point, I'm sure, but this was available at a good price. Wasn't too worried about the scheme. I was just kind of happy to kind of pick one up. So yeah, so pleased with that as another kit in the stash. Oh, my lights are doing funny things today. Yep. So there's that one. So then, because I know there seem to be disappearing from production, I picked up so the Bell Kits Fiesta RSWRC. So that is the 2011 version of the car, and also the 2017 version. So I think particularly this one seems to be disappearing rapidly, so I decided to pick one up because I think I've got the Valentino Rossi scheme, which is for this particular car, and then this one is just another World Rally car in the collection. And I think, as I've mentioned before, I have a bit of a liking for World Rally cars, so hence that one was picked up. So that's the what's been bought. I'm trying to think, were any other significant purchases modelling wise? No, I think that's it. That's everything that's been bought. So what's next? In progress. Right, okay, so where do we start with in progress? So yeah, so probably start with the Suzuki. So this is one of the in progress kits. So this is the GSR XR. So as you are probably aware, this is a video built on the channel. Is it up to part 4? I think it's part 4. Just trying to buy time while I'm looking. Yeah, so part 4 has been done. Part 5 is in work. The modelling itself is in work. So part 5 will actually cover some of the bits that are on this. That being the addition of the radiator and the exhausts and kind of associated carbon fibering and stuff like that. So it's all that kind of getting it to this stage covered in the 5 parts. So part 5 is not out yet, but once it's out that will include that bit. So also as part of part 5 we're doing things like, so got the forks are currently in progress, painted carbon decals on the actual fork stanchions, and the things like the brake discs are in progress as well, so they've been painted a little bit earlier, need a little bit of detail painting on them. And then the main kind of bulk of what's left for part 5 is pretty much all the stuff that's here, which is all associated with the forks and things like the steering damper, hand controls, stuff like that. So they've been primed, just haven't been detail painted yet, so that'll be over the coming days. Once that's all done, footage can be put together, edited, and I'll bring you part 5 in a week or so. Hopefully. Anyway, if I pull my finger out and make some progress on it. So that's number 1 in progress. So number 2 from the in progress pile is the Legacy. So that has been primed, painted, decaled and 2K'd quite a while ago actually, and now taking it out of the box I'm actually thinking it looks really, really good. Feeling quite inspired about that again. So that is a video build, so that's what's really slowed this down, because I've kind of focusing on other video builds, so I didn't want to delve into this too much at the moment. So yeah, so I'm not really going to cover this in great detail because not much has changed, I don't think, since last month. I think that's, yeah, in fact nothing has changed since last month on that, so which last month was 3 weeks ago technically for the last video. But yeah, so there's that one in progress. Okay, so that's kit number 2 in progress. Kit number 3 in progress is a kit that's being done as a magazine build, which is this one, which is the 69 Camaro SS 396. So that has been primed in UMP white, given a base coat of what's called goldenrod yellow on this, but it's actually Daytona yellow as well, it's the same colour. So this was got from a company called Extreme Auto. It's basically an automotive paint, so it actually comes quite thick. So actually this 20ml bottle will actually go a long way. So I've already decanted amount of that. There is loads of it left. So yeah, in fact I think that's what I decanted. Yeah, so that's actually not really used that much actually. So that paint will go a long way. So yeah, so the yellow itself, it's coming up quite vibrant on the camera screen above me, but it's got a palish yellow. I've seen pictures of car in this colour and I really like it. So as of yesterday, that's been decaled. So yes, that's got to go into clear coat. In the, depending on, it's not going to be days because I want to get the bike done. Probably in the next few weeks I will get back to this. get it clear coated, and then it can sit and then do some other work on kind of running gear, chassis and stuff. But obviously, as it's a magazine built, the full write-up for this will come out in magazine in a few months' time, which I'll let you know about as well. So that is kit number 3 in progress. There is a kit number 4 in progress, and I'm just trying to locate it. Aha. Kit number 4 in progress, which I just randomly start on a whim, is this Tamiya R34 V-Spec. It's on this, so literally all that's been done so far is the things like the spoiler has been put together, body has been cleaned up, bumpers added, panel lines cleaned up from where the sanding of the seams has been done. So pretty much this body just needs to be washed with some, UMP airbrush cleaner. Just wipe it down, anti-static brush, and then get it mounted for priming. So the plan for that is it's going to be painted in, I don't have the paint to hand, but it's going to be in Bayside Blue, which is basically the box colour blue. So that's going to be the colour for that. Iconic colour for these cars. Just kind of thought, yeah, I like it. Wheel colour, I haven't decided on. I think looking through what paints I've got, I don't know. Oh, hang on. Aha, so I've got this, which is an acrylic paint I've mixed up, which is actually 2.5 parts gold to 1.5 parts silver. I think I used on the frame of the 916 quite a while back. But yeah, so it's a mixture of gold and silver. So I might go with that for the wheels, or I might further mix that with some black, make it a kind of darker gold. Don't know yet. Don't know, but yeah, the wheels are going to be a different colour from the what's provided in the box, which is, I think they're chrome, are they? Yeah, they're on the chrome sprue. So that's what comes in the box. So yeah, they'll be stripped and resprayed in a different colour. That's the plan for that one. So that is, what was I say, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's number 4 in progress. Okay. So, and then number 5 in progress is for the Resin Group build over at ISM. This, which is the Magnum models, the Haviland Dove in 72nd scale. So this has literally been started in the last couple of days. Very little work has been done. Some of the kind of pouring blocks have been removed. It's been removed from the nose area. Both. And kind of resin pouring on the wing roots as well has been removed, so can begin to see how it all kind of fits together in terms of kind of further cleanup and stuff. So generally around the kit there's quite a bit of cleanup. Surface finish is not great, so it'll be plenty of sanding to try and bring that back into shape. The other issue I've got is, which I mentioned a couple of times, is so as you can see there's a bit of a gap. There's a bit of an issue with the fuselage halves. So rather than glue that and keep it under stress, I'll probably look at applying some heat, probably some warm water, and I've got a piece of reasonably flat timber, which I'll probably elastic band the fuselage down to this. Possibly just put them all in hot water, elastic band together, and let it cool back down again. Hopefully that will bring it back into shape a little bit. Just need it a little bit better than it is, and it should hopefully glue together then to be easier to do. So there is an interior for this. There's a little bit of interior work to do. Yeah, so there is a row of seats which are actually reasonably well detailed. badly printed but reasonably detailed because there is some seat belts on them. But yeah, so there's a bit of work to clean all that up. Nose has been cleaned up a little bit. Yeah, and there's a lot of white metal parts to work with as well. So yes, that's been started. So that's for the Resin Group build over at ISM. So yeah, so I don't know. It's kind of like a box of pain, really. Older resin kits are not known for their construction ease, but you know, got this years ago. I want to build it. So in terms of colour scheme, so it's not going to be done in a Royal Navy colour, so it's going to be done in Irish Aircore colours, which is going to basically be a natural metal finish over pretty much all of it, with then some Dayglow orange kind of patches for the tail and wingtips. Yeah, so there's not video build, but I might do some individual video updates at key stages, like little snippets, just to do something different on the channel, and just kind of cover the progress of the build of this. So haven't 100% decided yet on that, but definitely not going to be a video build this time round. So that is, I think that's the sum total of in progress. It is. That's the in progress. So future plans, haven't decided yet. With 5 kits on the go, there's probably not much to say about future stuff yet. 2 video builds, well, 1 in progress, 1 to start, which is the legacy, so that'll kind of cover me for a bit. Once the bike is done and once the legacy parts are beginning to trickle out, I'll then decide on what the next video build is. But I haven't really thought about it or given any thought. So for future stuff, not really much more to say at the moment. However, yeah, that's me done. So let's go back to well, me, for some final thoughts. Yeah, let's head back. So yeah, there we go, another bench update. As you can see, there's quite a few things in progress now. They get shifted around, bumped around. I'm kind of finding having stuff in progress is good. I've been, yeah, on, because I think prior to some of the things that I started, I had mainly 2 kits. Was down to 2 kits on the go, and they were both video builds. And sometimes for the video builds, I kind of want to build them in a specific sequence. So if I paint a bit, I want to wait for it to dry to do the next bit. So it kind of stretches that out a little bit. Just because it makes it easier from an editing point of view, because I have all the videos in sequence that are easier to kind of drag all together and trim down. So I always find it's nice to have stuff that's not a video build also in progress. So if I do a bit, like for example on the Suzuki, if I paint a bit of the fork and it needs to sit there, I can just leave it there, switch over to something else, crack on with that. Or if it's a day that I don't feel like doing the airbrushing, I might start prepping a new car body, something like that, who knows. So I can, you know, mix and match and have things in various states of completion, etc. So that's just what I've decided to do at the moment, hence there's quite a bit in progress, as you've seen. So yeah, I'm not going to drag this out much longer. You've probably stuck with me for long enough at this stage. I'm not sure what the running time is, but yeah, if you've stuck this far, well done. If you've liked the video, don't forget to drop a like. If you're not a subscriber, don't forget to subscribe, and leave a comment if you want. They're all gratefully received. So yeah, once again, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for sticking with my ramblings, the random inner thoughts of a crazy Irishman. Yeah, well done for sticking with that. Well, anyway, without further ado, I'm going to say goodbye to everyone, and I'll see you all in the the next part of the Suzuki when that's done. Hopefully quite soon, within the next week. I should hopefully have the next part ready to go. But you never know. Things get in the way at times. But that's the current plan at the moment. So so thank you all, and bye bye for now, and we'll see you very soon. Bye bye everyone.